So here's my meal that I had today for my OMAD diet. I ate about, today I didn't eat till 2 o'clock or a little after 2. And I had a big, good meal. The meal was, I believe, close to maybe 900 and something calories. I am aiming also for 1,200 to 1,500 calories. I may not be able to get that in, but I am eating. Today I ate for that almost that whole hour window in order to get most of the food in that I had on my plate, because it only came to 900 and something calories, and I believe about 10 or 11 grams of carbohydrates. So I want to make sure that I am eating enough protein. That's the main thing. That's why I had so much meats and eggs on my plate. I wanted to make sure I got enough protein in. I have had problems before where I wasn't eating enough protein, and I could tell because I had brittle nails, my hair was brittle and dry, and so you can tell when you're not getting enough proteins on the ketogenic diet, and it's very, very important that you do. So my meal was very good. It was a good, nutritious meal. I believe I had enough fat in it that it's going to carry me over pretty well for the next 23 to 24 hours. Now my fast today ended up being over 24 hours. It ended up being 24 hours and 20 minutes instead of the 23 hours. So I was glad of that. I noticed that since I'm focusing more on fasting and like eating to prepare myself to last for that amount of time, it seems to be working better because I'm putting more planning into it this time, since I know that I really do want to fast for the 7 days to see what type of results that I get. Now I did weigh today, and I had lost that additional 2.5 pounds that I had gained the other day. However, I am not going to weigh every day to see, what it's going to do, that scale going up and down. I'm not going to weigh again until the end of the 7-day challenge, so that I can see my results and really analyze, kind of what's going on and know what's going on from that time period. So here are pictures of my foods that I've had today, and I'll see you later. Oh, and before I forget, I did want to go ahead and critique my meal, to talk about what I ate, why I ate it, calorie amounts, fat amounts, and different things like that. So I had 2 hard-boiled eggs today, and the eggs were medium eggs. They were 70 calories for 2 eggs, and eggs don't have any carbohydrates in it, so I gained no carbohydrates from those. Ground beef hamburger patty. It was broiled 80% lean, 20% fat, and it weighed 3.7 ounces. However, I put it at 4 ounces, and that gives me 307 calories. Again, no carbohydrates. And then when you're getting your meats, make sure you want to get meats that have fat in them. That's where you're going to get a lot of your fats from the keto diet, is in your meats. So also eggs have fat in them also, so I got some fat from those 2 things there. Normandy Blend Deluxe Vegetables by Birds Eye. I had a serving of those, and that was 2 grams of carbohydrates. Now those are some good vegetables. I had broccoli, it had a few carrots, cauliflower, zucchini, squash. Those are the type of vegetables that you have in the Normandy Blend Deluxe Vegetables. And I usually just steam mine in a pot, boil them a little bit, and then put a little butter on them. Put a tablespoon of butter. That was 102 calories. And again, the vegetables for a serving were only 20 calories and 2 grams of carbohydrates. As you know, in the ketogenic diet, a lot of your carbohydrates, most of your carbohydrates, should come from eating vegetables. And I had a pork sausage patty by Jimmy Dean. I made it yesterday, so I just made a couple patties ahead of time to put in the refrigerator, so it'll be easier for me when I'm getting ready to prepare my meals. I have some foods in there that are already ready. So 1 patty, it was about 1 gram as far as a carbohydrate, and it was 140 calories. I had some fresh strawberries. I had 3 fresh strawberries, and I cut those up into slices after I washed and cleaned them really, really well. And it was about 3 small ones, and so that was about 1 gram of carbohydrates and 3 strawberries are approximately 7 calories. I also had zucchini fries. A whole zucchini is about 3 grams of carbohydrates and 20 calories. And I just cut those up and I seasoned them with some garlic, some pepper, a little bit of salt, and I put them in my air fryer and I cooked them about 20 minutes. And that's what I had, also with a little bit of sugar-free ketchup. I also had some mushrooms, some raw mushrooms that I sliced up, and I cooked those in the oil that came from the sausage that I cooked for my husband. And then I added some butter to that, and had mushrooms, had some buttered mushrooms. And my husband, he likes mushrooms, so I gave him some. They're mostly for him. So I had about 3, I'd say, small mushrooms, which came to about 7 calories and no carbohydrates. I also had half an avocado, which is 114 calories, about 1 gram as far as carbohydrates. I had my Jello, my Raimundo's sugar-free Jello, and it was only 5 calories, no carbohydrates for that also. And then I did have, which I should not have, but I counted it anyway. I had alcoholic drink, a small alcoholic drink, and that was gin. 2 fluid ounces, I measured it out. It's 128 calories with no carbohydrates. And then I did have a small amount of Diet Coke to mix that with. Normally when I have an alcoholic drink, especially a gin drink, I like the strawberry daiquiris, but I am learning, I know that you cannot have those on the ketogenic diet. So I've learned how to make a keto strawberry daiquiri, that's keto friendly. But like I said, I had gin and a little bit of Diet Coke. And the Diet Coke was caffeine free, so it was one calorie. Now all of this that I had for my OMAD meal today came to 921 calories and 8 grams of carbohydrates only. So, and then so far I have 909 calories that I have burned, which I plan on burning a lot more calories than that because I only have 4,741 steps. I am going to work toward getting my 10,000 steps in today and doing a little bit of exercise. Now sometimes when you're doing keto, and especially if you're doing the 1 meal a day, you may not have a lot of energy. Some people do, but some people don't. If you happen to be one of those people who don't have a lot of energy, don't worry about it. You're still going to see some results just by following the diet plan and being consistent with that and really sticking with it. Make sure that you don't eat anything outside of your eating window, or you're not going to have as good of results. You think that you're maybe cheating and no one knows, but you're cheating, your body knows. The only person you're cheating is going to be yourself from getting all the good benefits that you would get if you really stick to what you're doing. Like I said, so today it actually took me a little bit over an hour to eat, so I'm going to add that time back in on the fasting side also. Like instead of an hour, it took like an hour 15 minutes, but any amount of time that I go for that little bit of extra time, I still try to add that back in on the fasting side, take it away from my eating window. Anyway, I hope that the information that I have given you today on the meal that I have eaten helps you, and I will be back in a little bit with some other things that I have going on. And also subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any videos that I share, any information that I share. And share the video with family and friends so that they can learn about the ketogenic diet or learn about getting healthy. It's up to us to get healthy. They can tell us all they want, hey, you need to get healthier, build up your immune system. But it's up to you to do it. Nobody can make you do it. It's up to you to make the decision to get healthy or start getting healthier today. And I hope that you will follow me. Like I said, hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Also, share and comment below as to if you're doing the OMAD diet or if you've done OMAD diet, what type of results did you get? Is it something that you would try again, or is it something that you're doing now? This is Keto Granny saying have a great evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so far today I have had 12 grams of carbohydrates, 12 grams of net carbs. So I've done real good as far as keeping my carbs low. I hope that you're having results on the OMAD diet. I am going to bed a little early tonight because I noticed that the longer that I stay up at night, especially since I get up early in the morning, then that makes me want to eat. I keep coming in and out of the kitchen looking around, and then I'll just start having, like chicken broth and things like this. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm getting ready to go ahead and do my meal prep for my chili and my cornbread. So I'm going to go ahead and make this chili tonight because I'm going to let it simmer for a long time tonight, at least about 3 hours. And then I will show that to you, but I'm going to go ahead and do that chili prep, and I will make a video of that for those of you who are interested in how I make my chili and everything. I already have several videos out, but I will make another video of that. I hope that you're drinking lots of liquids, because you have to drink lots of liquids as you are doing your fasting, okay? Decaf coffee, you can drink decaf tea, decaf tea, you can have regular tea, decaf tea, regular tea. A lot of people say don't drink diet soda. Some people do. I guess that is left up to you at your discretion. I have drank diet sodas before, and I did have part of a diet soda today because I had a little alcoholic drink had an alcoholic drink, and I used the diet soda instead of strawberries and a little bit of lemonade that I used the other day. So I am trying to stick to my keto. I did check before I had that little alcoholic drink to make sure that it was keto friendly and that I could have it while I was, in my eating window, and that was approved. So it was just a small one, and you have to make sure that if you are having any type of alcoholic drinks or anything like that, make sure that they are keto friendly, so that you make sure that you have the right type of alcohol. Now, I want to say, you don't want to drink a lot of alcohol on the ketogenic diet, because those are empty calories. Now, it didn't have any fat, anything like that in it, but they are empty calories, and I believe it's something like 110 calories for the amount that I had. So, and also, when you're doing keto and everything, you will feel the intoxicating effects of alcohol a lot sooner, because of your system is so clean, I guess, but you feel the effects of that a lot sooner, and it lasts a lot longer, just so you know that. Now, so I've done very, very good today, and I'm getting ready to go ahead, like I said, start on my chili. I'm just waiting I'm trying to do some things on my laptop to see if I can get it to work again, but if I don't get it working like it needs to, then I'll be using my phone for a while as far as making my videos, and that means I still won't get to do my live. So I'm concentrating on that just to see how it's gonna go, and I'm really hoping that it works out good. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get off for a moment so I can see if I can put this together, because I want to get my video out soon. I want to get it out today. So let me go ahead and see what I can come up with. But I'm having problems with my laptop. Been having problems for about the past 2 weeks with it uploading slow or not uploading on some days, and just all kinds of things. So I'm going to have to use my phone. I'm going to see about transferring everything here tonight. But I want to say that I had a good day on the OMAD diet. I was able to stick to it. I didn't eat for 24 hours and 20 minutes today. So I'm really excited about that, because normally I don't do a lot of OMAD. So for me to commit to the OMAD diet for 7 days, I'm really anxious to see what kind of results I'm going to have. And I hope that you're participating also, so that we can get healthier together and encourage one another and motivate each other while we're doing this challenge. This challenge may not be a very easy challenge to do, and it may be something that you have to work up to. But work up to it at your pace, and always, always, before you start intermittent fasting or any diet, make sure that you check with your doctor first to make sure that you're able to do intermittent fasting and dieting. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscription box below so that you don't miss any of the videos that I share or make. And also give me a thumbs up and share so that others will be able to see my videos also. I am trying to get also up to eating at least 1,000 to 1,200, at least 1,200 calories a day, and making sure that I get enough vegetables in during the OMAD diet. So I still aim to try to eat 5 to 7 cups of vegetables. So that's why you see a lot of vegetables on my plate. But also I'll still have to make sure that I'm eating enough protein. I'm not really worried about eating enough fat because I want my body to use its own fat while I am doing OMAD, especially while I'm doing OMAD because it has all those extra hours. And, you know, my body should be, performing autophagy and all those good things while I'm asleep. So I'm working on getting my sleep hours up. I think last night I slept about 5 hours, which really for me is very good. But I'm aiming to get those up to 6 to 7 hours or 6 to 8 hours a night because sleep is very, very important also on the ketogenic diet.
Watching our election, they understand that we have a legal process. They understand that this takes time. Right? It took us 37 plus days in an election back in 2000. Conducted a successful transition then. I'm very confident that we will count, and we must count every legal vote. We must make sure that any vote that wasn't lawful ought not be counted. That dilutes your vote if it's done improperly.